Hey everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 161. I am coming to you this week from my deck at home. I've never recorded out here, so I apologize for any weird lighting that might be going on. Like the sun pokes out in and out every now and then. And it's really hot out and muggy, but there's a nice breeze right now, so it feels really good. But anyway, if you are a returning viewer, thanks so much for coming back. And if you are a new viewer, thanks so much for checking out my podcast. I hope you enjoy, and I'm so glad that you decided to spend a little bit of your week with me chatting about knitting and other crafty things like you do. So yeah, I will just get right into it. I have nothing off the needles this week, but I did find the finished sock that I did not get to show you last week. So I will show that to you now. There's some yarn. But anyway, here's the finished sock. This is on my Volca base, merino nylon cashmere, and in my fairy hair colorway. So this is what I finished on the way back from Cape Cod 2 weeks ago. It was, in fact, in the car. Dennis found it, along with a couple of other notions that I happened to forget in the car. But yeah, he found it, and it, did not go back to the car rental space, thank goodness. But, so that's one, and then I'm keeping the other one in my bag by Lavender Loon, Samantha, who so kindly sent this to me. She made it for me, and she said the fabric reminded her of me, which clearly it does. I said that last week, but anyway, yes, totally me. I don't think she makes project bags, but she definitely has an Etsy shop, which I will link to in the show notes. She has a lot of crochet and other crafty things in her Etsy shop, so definitely check her out. But I love this bag, and here's where I am with the second sock. So I haven't really been working on it. I've been kind of focusing on bigger projects. I haven't really had any like car time or downtime where it's like I've been craving the stuff that requires a lot of attention lately, which I am happy about. I don't know. I'm kind of, not that I'm tired of knitting socks. They're definitely my go-to project when I just don't need to when I don't want to focus on anything too complicated. But lately my brain has just been craving the lace. So I will get to that right now. What have I been doing? So I've been meaning to, what I meant to mention in the beginning of the episode was that I finally went to Gauge Intention over the weekend. I made a pit stop there obviously to say hello to Michelle, because it's been a while since I've seen her, and to pick up my shawl, which I brought from the last trunk show as my Whispering Pine shawl. I brought as a sample and completely forgot to take it back with me, and she's been holding on to it ever since. So I went back, picked it up, and also picked up another skein of Brooklyn Tweed's Loft in his postcard colorway. So, which I don't know if you can see, it is a very light lavender with these really awesome red flecks. So what does this mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means, here in my Homespun House project bag from my awesome friend Molly, in my favorite octopus bag, I have my lattice shawl by another awesome friend, Maria M. Monska of the Stitched in Sweden podcast. She designed this lovely pattern called the lattice shawl, which I cast on using the same yarn a while back. And I really like the way this is showing up on the podcast, because outside actually, because whenever I show this off indoors, you can't really see the stitch definition, but out here you really can. So this is the lattice shawl by Maria Monska, and 7 rows before I was going to switch to the contrasting color, I ran out of yarn because one of these skeins, it's fingering weight, it only has 275 yards, 50 grams, and I was playing total chicken with this. I was like, oh, I'll have enough. We'll see. And then sure enough, I ran out of yarn. So now I can finish it. So yeah, about 6 or 7 more rows of this pattern right here, and then I'm going to switch to a contrasting color. Again, on Brooklyn Tweed's Loft in his Fossil colorway. Is it right for me to call it his, because Brooklyn Tweed is Jared Flood? I don't know, because it's a company now, right? anyway, Brooklyn Tweed will always be Jared Flood to me. So yeah, so these two, this is the main color. In Postcard and Fossil will be the contrasting applied lace border that will go at the end. So I'm really excited. I can finally finish that. So yay, awesome. So I should probably put that back in the project bag and not just dump it in the bin that I brought with me outside. I tried to keep all my, I have it all in a bin right here. So everything's in project bags and as well contained as they possibly can be. So, okay. I'm babbling again. Okay, so next up we have in my Voolenvine Yarns prototype bag, which by the way, oh my gosh, you guys, my sewing machine finally came today. It just came right before I started podcasting, and I was telling everybody, as soon as this thing gets here, I'm gonna tear it out of the box, and you won't hear from me for like a week or something. But I was just about to go out and podcast, and it came, and I was all ready and prepped, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna podcast, and after I'm done podcasting, I'm gonna go in and just sew. So I am super excited about that, guys. But anyway, yes, prototype project bag, to talk about it a little bit later, is my Come What May shawl by Susan B. Anderson. And wow, scrap yarn. Here is, and the yarn is sorry, Laura. It's Jinx Yarns in her single ply merino in her Unsafe for Swimming colorway. I am really liking recording outdoors because you really see the stitch definition in all the lace that I've been doing, which is amazing. So yes, this is coming along very, very well. I'm really enjoying knitting on this. I've gotten to the eyelet part. There you go, now you can see it. So I have 2 more rows of eyelet to do before I go into the next lace bit, which I believe is the same as this. But it's knitting up so well, and again, it's a busy variegated colorway, but I really love the way it's knitting up in this pattern, and it's just so fun and so delightful to work on during the week, on and off between other projects. So I'm using US size 6 needles, which is 4 millimeter needles. So it's coming along really, really well. So yeah, there's that, and then, okay, what else is going on over here? My other prototype, one of the first project bags I ever sewed, in my magnificent unicorn project bag. It's very tiny. I've been keeping the knit along that I've been talking about for eons and eons and eons, has finally commenced. The Summer in Kansas shawl. I finally found yarn that I love and cast it on. As I mentioned last week, I dyed it up. This is my Luft base, which is superwash merino and silk. I believe it's 20% silk and 80% superwash merino, and it has this really, really beautiful sheen. And this is my Afterglow colorway, so it's mauve, no surprise there, with like these flecks of light blue in it. It's just blue and silver undertones, I would say. Just really pretty. I'm in love with it, and here's where I am so far. I told you, as soon as I cast this on, it's flying. It's flying by, and I'm really enjoying it. I think about when I was here in the pattern, I totally memorized this lace pattern. So it's just been a really fun autopilot kind of knit thus far. So I'm really happy with it, and again, it's a small knit along. There's no definitive start or end date to it, only because the pattern is not easily accessible. You can't purchase it via Ravelry, you can't download it, you have to order it and they mail it to you. And I know some of you have been emailing me saying that, oh, you can purchase it, or you can find it on Ravelry. Yes, it's on Ravelry, the info is all there, and it has a project page and everything, but you can't purchase and download it via Ravelry or online. You have to buy it as a physical pattern, which is not as convenient for everybody. So this is a very casual knit along, and there's a Ravelry thread, or there's a thread in the YarnGasm Ravelry group if you're curious. Check it out. I think we have 3 people in on it so far, so it's a lot of fun seeing how they're progressing, and I'm finally catching up to them because I know it took a while for me to find yarn that I was happy with and find a gauge that I was happy with. And this is on size US size 5 needles. And I find that knitting on bamboo with lace works very well. I think my favorite type of needle for lace weight yarn is bamboo because lace is very fine, obviously, and so I find the bamboo really curtails that slipperiness. So it holds your stitches on the needles, your very fine stitches on the needles, if that makes any sense at all. I apologize. But yeah, so this is where I am, and I have my Caterpillar Designs Day of the Dead skull on there. So lots of fun with that. Yeah, so I have 2 skeins of that dyed up for myself, and it's like 875 yards per skein, and I believe the pattern calls for 1,400 yards. So I've got a ways to go, but I'm having fun with it. So yeah, good times, good times. And what else? I think, I'll talk about that later in the shop update. So sorry about that. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about was sewing. Okay, so I already talked about my machine came finally. I had a really bad experience with the dealer that I ordered from. I feel like I should just mention this, only because I've been, obviously researching for the perfect machine for me, because I will admit I'm lazy. I'm not going to go to, there aren't many dealers here in New York City where I can go to sit down and test out machines. So I did a lot of research online, and the Janome 20, gosh, I just ordered this, the 2212 came highly recommended, and I know a lot of you have suggested always buy from a dealer because you can just go to them and they will repair it for you, and you don't have to worry, it's built-in reassurance that your machine will be repaired correctly. And I found a dealer in Manhattan, the city, in New York, and so I ordered from them, thinking that, okay, if I need to have it repaired, I can just mail it out to them, and I don't have to, or I can just actually physically go there. I don't have to mail it out or wait a bazillion years for it to be shipped back to me. Well, it turns out I ordered it on the 9th, which was like about August 9th, which I think was 2 weekends ago, and on their website they said that the turnaround date was 1 to 2 days. So I was like, oh great, I will have it, it's in the city, delivery will be like 1 to 2 days, great. Well, that never happened, clearly. So every time I called to check on the order, because I'm excited, I want my machine, so I called them up like periodically, like every 3 days, just to see what was going on. Well, it turned out that they were back ordered. I know, real stinks, right? So they were back ordered, and they kept saying, oh, we're expecting it today, we'll mail it right out to you. So the 3rd time that happened, I was just like, you know what, if it's not here tomorrow, can you guarantee it will be here the next day? Otherwise I want to cancel my order, because I could have just ordered from Amazon, and I can find a machine repair company pretty easily in the city, I think, as some of you pointed out to me. So I don't know, but they said, okay, we're expecting it today for sure, and we'll get it to you tomorrow. Promise you, up and down. I'm like, okay, fine. If get it to me tomorrow, that's totally cool. And they did. So, but yeah, I just found their customer service a little poor. So I had to rant a little bit. But anyway, it's here. I'm excited to use it. Excellent. I think, what am I going to be sewing with it first? I'm going to start small. I want to take it through its paces. I may just try a project bag. I may try one of those little triangular pouches, because those are really fun to make. I don't know if any of you have ever tried to make one of those, but they're really cute Notion pouches. They look like little wontons. You've probably seen them around. So I might try making one of those, but we'll see. And yeah, so I can't wait. But then I've been coveting my this pattern that I downloaded from By Hand London. Oh goodness, I can't even remember I think it's the Anna dress, but it's so beautiful, and I've been wanting to sew this for a while now, but I did not want to put it through my old machine, my Singer that I've been using, because I am not happy with that machine. I sewed on it a couple days ago, and it was hell. I was not happy with the quality of stitches it was producing, so I didn't want to waste any more fabric, any more time on that machine. So there's that. But otherwise, no spinning to speak of. Yeah, I have to really put a dent in my summer sock spackle. I'm really excited to knit a pair of socks out of hand spun finally. It's been on my to-do list. It's something that I've always wanted to do, so I've really got to hunker down. But you know what? There's just so much stuff going on that I just have not had time to sit down and spin, which is really unfortunate. But I definitely want to carve out some time to work on that, because I'm a little jealous of all you guys that are posting in that thread. So much awesome work is going on in there, and it's amazing. So, but yeah, otherwise, what else did I want to talk about? I'm looking at my show notes. Let me see. Okay, Ask Away. I'm going to talk about Ask Away now, because we have a couple questions. Lori Angela on Ravelry asks, you mentioned you use Mrs. Meyer's laundry detergent. I love the idea of the lavender smell and am ready to try something new. Do you need to rinse your yarn or knitted items to get the soap out? Thanks for the lovely podcast and all the great ideas. Thanks, Lori. Okay, to answer your question, I'm a little confused. When I used to rinse all my hand-dyed yarn, like after I took it out of the dye pot, let it cool down, just to rinse out all the excess dye, I would put a little drizzle of the Mrs. Meyer's lavender dish detergent, not the laundry detergent, the dish detergent, which is, it's gentle, it's natural, and has I think it has a lovely smell. But some of you were requesting some scentless detergent, because some of you may not like, understandably, you may not like the smell of lavender. So I went to a scentless one. I used Dawn Simply Clean, non-concentrated. But yes, after I drizzle it, I make sure that all the excess dye is rinsed out and all the soap is rinsed out. So I hope that answers your question. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, anytime I rinse anything with dish detergent, I make sure all the soap is out. Otherwise, it has, when it dries, it has like not a nice feeling to it. So definitely recommend rinsing all that out. So, but yes, okay. So I'm gonna move on to Me Loves Kuki. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kuki? Q-U-K-I? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But anyway, hi Kristen, I've been watching your podcast for almost a year now, but I know you've been podcasting for a lot longer. Sorry, the wind's blowing my page up. A lot longer than that, so I haven't witnessed your journey as an indie dyer. I have been interested in dyeing my own yarn for a while now, but I'm unsure as to where to start. Do you have any advice for people like me? Any books, references you'd like to recommend? Okay. There is a book on how to dye yarn. I believe that's, I could be wrong. I should have written the title down, but I will post a link in the show notes along with everything else that I usually talk about here. There's the hand book of hand dyeing yarn. It's called How to Dye Yarn by Gail something, but it has everything you need to know about dyeing yarn. But there's also an interweave video tutorial, which you have to purchase. I believe it's $30, but it's a whole hour long of how to dye yarn in your kitchen. Yeah, I did not write this down on the show notes. I'm sorry. But yes, show notes on my blog, YarnGasmPodcast.com. It will all be there, I promise you. And it is hot out. Oh, that breeze feels amazing right now, guys. But yes, definitely check those out. That's a good starting point. And then there's some YouTube tutorials. My favorite resource for learning anything is YouTube, because it's free. The videos may not be as great as like a craftsy tutorial, obviously, but I mean, it's free information, helpful information, invaluable information, and it's all right there at your fingertips. And yeah, I would say just dive right into it. Definitely start if you're not sure if you're going to like hand dyeing. I would definitely start out small. Buy some bear skeins from Knit Picks. They're pretty affordable. And then get some vinegar and some food coloring, or even sugar-free Kool-Aid, and have fun with that. Just, the world is your oyster. Play around, have fun, See if you like it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I'm sorry, I cannot talk today. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just be safe when you're working with acid dyes. Wear a mask, wear gloves, wear an apron. Protect yourself from the elements. That's all. That's my advice right there. So I hope that helps. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to move along to shop update. And it's going to be another short episode, you guys, because it is hot in here. It's crazy. But yeah, shop update. If you're not interested, I will see you next time. Happy knitting. But yes, there will be a shop update tomorrow, Friday, August 21st, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what do I want to say about that? Yes, I have not, umbrella is doing weird things. It just like literally shot out of the socket because it's so windy. It's doing it again. So, okay, I'm gonna go with it. Umbrella's gonna do what it's gonna do. So, okay, these are not reskeined yet, but I will have some Myth on various bases. I'm not sure how well these colorways are showing up on here, but Myth, we will have some Pandora, which is a colorway I have not dyed up in a while, but I debuted last week. So it's Pandora. And then I have a new, like, one of a kind. I don't know if I'm going to be dyeing this up again. I did not write the formula down, but I kind of remember what I did. So there's this. This is going to look really cool, all skeined up, or reskeined, I think. I will have some Dirty on Purpose, which is a gray with brown and kind of like multicolored flecks in there. Mostly like a neutral, variegated brown and gray, I would say. That's all I brought down with me. But I will have a lot more colorways tomorrow. Definitely some fairy hair, definitely some Myth. I will have, what was one? Dead Calm tomorrow, the new blue shade that I dyed up. And some other ones, but it'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise, you guys. So yeah, definitely come check that out tomorrow. And the other thing that I'm super excited about, Michelle from Gauge Intention has invited me back to do another trunk show. So I'm very excited about that. That is going to be the weekend of September 12th and 13th. So Saturday, September 12th, and then Sunday, September 13th. So I cannot wait for that. Every time I do a trunk show there, it's so much fun. And yeah, so cannot wait for that. I hope you guys can come if you'll be in the area. It's in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, my old stomping ground. So say hello, hang out, knit a little bit, and yeah, so cannot wait. I'll talk more about it, as the day approaches with more details and whatnot. But if you're going to be in the area this weekend, she's having a drop spindling class. Very fun. Check it out, especially if you are interested in learning how to drop spindle. Michelle is an awesome teacher, so definitely check it out. And yeah, so otherwise, blather. Well, clearly I'm sitting on my deck. We have this greenery right here is not ours. It's our neighbors. They have a very nice lush green hedge, which makes for a better background than what's going on in front of me. The building next to ours kind of extends past the back of ours, and right now it's kind of like this ugly tile. I don't know if I want to, I could probably just give you guys a tour, but it's this very ugly graffitied tile, which we don't know what we're going to do with, how we're going to clean it up or anything. There's nothing much we could really do about it, but I will just take you on a tour. So, okay, right here, if you can see behind me, this is our lawn. We seeded it. We have clover growing in the background. It's still growing in, but it's green, finally. Before it was just a dirt pit. And then this right here, sorry, that's my microphone wire, is just a wall of greenery just growing. It just took over the fence the wire fence that's right there. So that it's really pretty. It gives us a lot of privacy. So that's really cool. But during the winter, there's no privacy there. So we're gonna have to figure something out. And then this wire going, that's a cable wire. That's how we get our internets. And it's overgrown with vines and everything, which I think is really cool. I don't know how safe that is, or if that could take out our internet at any moment. I don't know, but still, it's awesome. And then down here, we have our grill, and then Dennis put in some pavers, which is really awesome, so we might put a little patio down there. I know, it looks really trashy right now. I apologize, guys, but I mean, it's a work in progress. And then there's stairs down here. I don't know if you can see. That goes down to our tenant who lives down in the basement, which we did not give her access to the backyard. But anyway, because it's still a work in progress, you know, we're still filling it out. And here's my awesome bird feeder. I found this in Cape Cod, and I could not, at the Christmas tree shop, I could not leave without it. So yeah, I love that. And then we went to Home Depot, picked up some more plants that we're going to plant in the backyard once the grass grows in. This is Russian sage, which I am allergic to, actually. I cannot touch it because my skin starts to itch, and Dennis found this out after doing a little research. Because after we put all the plants in the car, I was like, why do my hands itch? Weird. Anyway, but yeah, turns out I'm allergic. Yay. And what else? But yeah, this is the wall that I'm talking about. I have no idea what we're going to do with it, but it's there, so we might as well work with it, as Tim Gunn says, make it work. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And then there, I don't know if you can see, is our grocery store. So, but yeah, anyway, I hope you guys found that mildly amusing, or whatever, make of it what you will. But yeah, otherwise, I'm trying to think what else is going on. I've been decorating a little bit. World Market I'm obsessed with World Market, and I blame Laura from Jinx Yarns, the Dyer's Notebook, for getting me hooked on that, because they have everything. It's like Anthropologie, but not as expensive. So, but anyway, I digress. I've been having a lot of fun with that, and so that's pretty much it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I think next week I might just return back to my office to record, because it's a little hot out here. And the lighting's not so great. But anyway, yeah. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Happy knitting. Bye. La, 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 la.